Right, you know I've been talking about fishing a lot of dark side stuff, right? And it's been on my mind, well, it is several years of fishing, not just like a pop-up chod rig, but like a bottom bait, dark siding it up, right? Yeah, the problem is with that, you have to mess around with a stick to keep it parted and that. Now I've just found a company and they've just like sponsored me, right? Yeah, and they're called Godman, right? Yeah, and they do the Veracast range of products. So what I'm trying to do, right, yeah, is part this hook link without it tangling, right? Yeah, and I know you don't really want to use braided, but you can with this stuff, right? Yeah, which I'm going to show you in a minute, right? Yeah, but I want to use, when I can get away with it, like a semi-stiff like nylon hook link, like £10 maximum, or if not I'll go 15. If I can really get away with it, then yes, it would be like £18 green supernatural. So these tubes, which are these babies, right, yeah, so if you can imagine, that's PVA. So it opens up things like you can do with this. You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm doing this all myself, right? So that's a tube, right, a PVA. So you can see how stiff it is, right? Yeah, it's just like linked onto the swivel, which would be like where your chod hook link would be, right? Yeah, but this is £10 maximum, and then I've cut another one, right? Yeah, and so the hair don't tangle, right? Yeah, what I mean is, like, 'cause that's on a blowback with a long hair, that doesn't go around the hook here, right? Yeah, and then like what I've done, instead of doing it all in one case, I've done it in two parts. So all you do is you just cut that down the side there, so your hair slips in and your hook goes down the side. Right, and that gives it a little bit of movement here, right? Yeah, so as it goes down straight away, that's like this, and then goes down. So it's not like you put it straight down. So that's going to lay on the bottom first, go down, stop the anti-tangle, right? Yeah, through flight as well. And then as it lays down, this part at the end with the hook bait is then going to lay down, right? Yeah, so I'm going to put that in a bag, right? Yeah, as well, a small bag. So you can imagine, right? Yeah, the possibilities, like casting long range, right? Helicopter rigs, short rigs, right? Yeah, what I mean by helicopter rigs is when you want to fish a shorter like hook link, especially with braid, right? And then like you move the stop up because you're fishing in heavy silt, etc. Right? This can end up getting caught around the boom, right? Yeah, where the lead's going to. So you know, these babies here, you can imagine, look, and then that melts, and that's sitting on the bottom. Well, this baby's going out tonight, right? Yeah, because I've been on about trying it where I am, right? And it's just like, that gives me peace of mind that is parted from the lead core, which is here. So that will do the same thing in flight, run up to the end bead, wherever you've got that fixed, right? And then it'll lay down on the bottom, and then bang. So all I've got to do to complete this is a small bag. Just nutty ideas like this. I'm going to be talking about this a hell of a lot, right? Yeah, and I think the next time, right? Yeah, we'll talk about fishing like braided hook links and stuff. But this stuff is just, well, it's just opening my eyes what I can actually do with this. So what I'll do is keep you posted, right? Yeah, Jim's going to the dark side, right, on a long running chod rig. Anyway, these products, right, yeah, from Godman, right, yeah, and they're called the Veracast, right, yeah, PVA tubes. That's a PVA company. You can find links on my Facebook page and on my website, which is www.jimshelleyuncut.co.uk. Just go in links, click on, and you're on there. But check these babies out, right, yeah, because this stops 100% any tangles now. Right, here's the finished rig with the bag this time. So then when you cast it out and you've got a little bit of dirtiness on the bottom on the lake bed, you know that it's nestling against that, but gives you like a little bit better presentation hook bait wise. Like I said, you don't have to do this, right, yeah, because if you've got a clean bottom, all you want this to do, right, yeah, is to stop tangles in flight and on the descent to the lake bed. So it's another nutty little idea, right, yeah, something, right, yeah, that should be looked into a hell of a lot more. So hopefully Uncle Jim will be one of the first on this, showing the way forward. Just done a bit of therapy on Facebook and Twitter. Started the old Uncle Jim iPhone TV, just for a bit of fun and games. Nothing serious really. Alright, there might be some instructional stuff in that, of course, but it's not going to be like my YouTube. So good thing I've seen one, which is I've caught one, but to see one out here, right, yeah, because they seem to be in Lake 6 is the right result. It's a good one. And then I missed the other one, but the ripples what come in, it didn't crash. It was just like a heavy roll, but the ripples that come in like lap the bank, so that's a proper one. So it's looking good. I've redone all the rods. I put one nearer the gap. I can't seem to get anything off the gap area. Weeks and weeks ago I had that pink tips at 33 off there. It's a common. But I've gone tighter to the gap. But I've like hit gravel and then like bounced down the shelf till I felt the lead hit like smooth, soft bottom, which is silt. And then left it. So I put a few baits out there now, so it's like another, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 yards behind where I've been fishing. Just try it, because that one what jumped, what I saw, that was right close. But I'm not going to move my right hand rod nearer to where that was. I'm fishing in the same zone because I've had a couple of 37s and a 41 common off there, so I'm leaving that as it is. That seems to be the main pickup spot. What I've just gone and done is use one of them like really small quarter spods, and I've just put about 7 spods of like 12 millers out, just capping the top off with like crushed up boil. I just munch it up in my mouth, right, yeah, and use anything, ground bait except whatever, scalded pallets, and that stops spod spill. So I thought I'd put some of them out there and just change things a little bit. Everything's the same. The 2 right hand rods are on dark baits, and the middle rod's on a white one, so it's looking good. Conditions are sweet as a pea as well, so yeah, I'm sort of confident. I can't moan anyway because I've had a 37 common, so that's good. So I'm going to cook myself some dinner, and I'm going to sit back with a couple of Coronas, right, yeah, and chill out, and hopefully, right, yeah, never know, like last night, I might get a series of bleeps and I'm in again. Anyway, I'm out for now, laters. Right, it's the next morning, nothing's happened, take-wise, but I woke up 2 minutes past 7 when I turned the phone on, and as I was putting the kettle on, big and showed in that same spot over to the right, just right, say about 6 yards behind where I'm fishing. Wouldn't put one of my rigs there, it's too hard, it's too gravelly, it's up the shelf by this bush. And then like it was about 6 seconds later, it had gone along the same bush and come out again. It was one of the big ones, big ripples lapped the bank. Nothing else was seen until about, I don't know, about 10 to 10. And where I'd moved that other rod, where I haven't had a bite off yet, well, since the pink tip common, I've seen them fizzing there and that, but nothing. I put that closer, and in just about 5 yards, a real big one come up. It's probably that same fish. It's definitely one of the big 4 in here. Straight after, I see a real discreet, about 2.5 foot line of bubbles, straight in front of me, halfway out. So that was inside where I'm fishing. And then all of a sudden, like over to the left, where I'd normally fish, in that same gully towards the gap, I start to see like big single, like sort of silver bubbles. Now, I've been watching for quite a few hours, and that was the first sort of signs of anything. And I'm like a hawk, I'll see anything. So just in the space of like 10 minutes, things started to happen. Like I said, it was really quiet last night, no bleeps, just nothing. Got 10.5 hours kip, so I'm happy, all recharged up. Got tuition in the morning, going to stay here, and then move round, like, I don't know, as long as I'm round there by 8 o'clock at the latest. Get my house set up, all the rigs are ready, baits tied up, spare chods, etc, etc, so I'm all ready to go. The mist has finally lifted, that tells me that this colder weather they were on about is starting to come in. So it's supposed to get like that little bit colder each day now. That'll definitely, I reckon, do something. I'll come round here, what was it be? I'll come round here Friday early hours, and then I'll like refill this in. I did have 2 48-hour tuitions booked in. I'm now cancelled one and moved that over. Fafa's alright about that. And then Francis, who's been with me before, I'm moving in from Monday to Wednesday. So what I'm going to do is get down here early hours Monday, fish till Wednesday, get up really early. As long as I'm on the road by no later than 7:30, I'm then going to drive sort of 69, 70 miles to Bayswater and then do the tuition on there for 48 hours. But it just keeps me going. I just, you know, while I haven't had that slope, I've got to keep it going, you know what I mean? There's a big in it, but it could be that one. And that's what I'm hoping. So I've got to keep the pressure up. Can't go much longer. I've just got to start writing again, so I'm just going to have to turn off from it all. So at the moment, we'll see what happens. And as well, I've decided I'm going to leave the rigs in position, so they're going to go untouched. The only thing I'm going to do is bang on dark 2 big handfuls of each over the 3 rods. So that'll be done really quickly, sort of 10 boilies in each, sort of throw and stick it at a time. So they're used to that, and then like just see what happens. But it's definitely a big arse one kicking around here, and it's a common. So I just hope it's that slope head and it makes a mistake soon. So happy days. Right, I've had a little rethink this afternoon, and it's amazing how getting off the lake, having a shower, sometimes can like change your like mind and opinions, right? Yeah, and because once you've like, it's like going home in a way to me, right? Yeah, just get off the lake, have a shower, right? Yeah, you sort of, things become a little bit clearer that maybe you need to try this, do this. No, I haven't gone to the dark side. What I've done is, yesterday afternoon, as I told you, there's one show behind my right hand rod. This morning it shoe again, and within less than 10 seconds it moved to the centre of the area, right? And then around about, what was it, 10 to 10 or something, it shoe, or one, a big and shoe, way to the right, to the left, sorry, like just past where my left hand rod is. So what I've decided to do is fish closer to, you know, the island that separates 5 and 6. They're right close, so why not try it, you know? I mean, surprisingly, I'm close to the right hand area where I've seen that one show yesterday afternoon and this morning, and it was soft, but it weren't as deep. I'm not quite sure what that was, because I can remember casting around there weeks ago and it was all clean. Maybe I've just touched something different, some weeds laid down there or whatever. But whatever it is, right, yeah, something's made me do that. And then where that one shoe, like mid-morning, I put one right on that, and I got a soft drop on that. Now I'm waiting for just before dark to get baits, because the gulls are a bloody nightmare. They're shutting I think they've basically shut this waste sort of landfill site down the end of like Cow Lane, and they're just flying around. They're just like bloody flying rats, vultures. So it gets a bit difficult to get baits out. So I'm going to wait till dark, and because normally when I put a load out, I put 10 a go, and I can get loads going at a time. And but I want to be not mega accurate, right? Yeah, but I want to 2 baits at a time and get them like as close as I can. I don't want too big a spread coming away from it. The middle rod is still fished in the deep gully. I'm going to leave that one where it is, and I'll top that up. But my left and my middle rod I like where these if it's the same fish or whatever, but they ain't no stockbrokers, i.e. stockies, right? Yeah, they were proper ones. The one I see come out this morning was one of the big 4 commons. It's a big old thing, that was. So for the last night before the tuition, that's my plan. So I'm going to have to be on a mission in the morning because I've got the tuition at 9. James was in Lake 6 down in his other area, right? Yeah. Out of respect, I should have baited like Sunday night, Monday night on the way up Monday morning on the way up, right? Yeah. But out of respect, I forgot, and then out of respect, I've left it for a few days. Just leave it. And anyway, as he's packing up, I've gone round there, put some bait out, put some 16s, and then went back later on the way to have a shower and like polted some 12s out. And then on the way back, because the birds were a nightmare. I mean, there's loads getting out there because a catapult full of 12 millers, I don't know, it must be 30 or 40 to go. So on the way back, I've done the same again. So that's all primed. And then the plan is get out of here, get packed down here, but just hang it out as late as I possibly can. So all I've got to do is just get round to in between 6 and 7, have my barra parked there, and you know, as long as that's there by 10 to 9, I've got 10 minutes to get to the van, which ain't going to take that long. So I'm probably not going to, unless something happens or I've got a bit of time in the morning, probably ain't going to blog tomorrow, maybe like tomorrow night, tell you what's going on. So that's the plan, see what happens, you know. If they're there, they're there. So, and I've got soft drops, which is a bit of a sweet as a pea, but it's nowhere near as deep as what I'm fishing in the trough, so anything's worth a go. So that's the plan I come up with, and as I've caught one, it'd be silly of me not to try something else, wouldn't it? So it's now about 20 past 5, the light's starting to fade, and this is the first rain we've had for a couple of days now. It's just starting to rain, but it's already, even though I'm in a t-shirt, I've just had a shower and I'm not bothered, and been racing around, right? But you can tell there's that little bit of bite now, and then the next few days it's going to steadily drop away. So all the tuitions, right? Yeah. If Francis watches this, he knows I'm only playing, but like, sorry, you're going to have to change Monday to Wednesday, but I know he's fine, he'll get in contact with me. So that means I can get on here for a couple of days, and then I'm going to shoot Wednesday to Bayswater and do the tuition with Francis. And Fafa, Ian, he's just said sweet as a pea on that, on a text. He's busy anyway, so he said that works nice for him. So he said we'll have a social tuition at Waveney, catch a load of fish for 2 days in December. So that's happy days. That's just reminded me I've got to write that down in my diary. I'm taking no more bookings this year, and I'm already filling up for next year. I'm not fitting no one else in now. That's it, no more. I have to start writing. Don't care what people offer me, right? Yeah, that's it. So it's one a week. Maximum, right? Yeah, until this book's written. After that, and if people in January don't, I've got a booking for January the 24th. Lady rang me up yesterday evening, so if I don't, I'm just going to write. I just got to write, get on with it, and get this book done, and then like get out for like springtime, like proper, like as long as I'm on the bank hardcore by the end of April, and everything written. The pictures are all put together, right? Yeah, what I need, etc, etc. So that lens is misting up again, which is a flipping nightmare. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on because I want to sit back, have a couple of beers, right, and chill out and watch the water and have another early night because I've got to work tomorrow. Right, quick blog. It's about 25 to 8 and it's sort of like just about light. About 40 minutes just after dark. Probably that same biggin that's been in residence for about a day and a half. What I've seen, boshed out in front of me. I fished the lines a little bit tighter because I'm like got 2 rods sort of like getting tight to the far margin. So I want any indication to show me if I get a drop back. So if I get a bleep, I'd run down, pull a line to see if it's like slack line. Anyway, about 20 to 8, I got a single bleep on the right hand rod. Thought that's a bit funny. Ain't had a bleep out of here for weeks, so something was occurring. Anyway, 10 minutes later, as I got into bed, right, yeah, to get my head down early, got a stuttery taken and it screamed and stopped, indicating probably a stockbroker. Anyway, after about a 5-minute fight, it went absolutely spastic. Landing the mirror about 19-20 pound. I had it about the same weight. Just unhooked it and let it go. I got the rod back out as near as I dare, but if it didn't, it was in the other area anyway, so it was that sort of right hand rod on the zone where I've been getting them better ones. So either way, wherever it landed, as long as it was on the zone or towards that area on the right, it'd be fishing puck of the burr in the zone. So I don't know, I was expecting maybe something else, but deep down in my heart, you know, that thing's spazzing around all over the place, right? Yeah, would like pee him off. It went all over the place, so that weren't no good. Anyway, woke up this morning before first light, breaking down, and nothing else has happened. So it's tuition time now. I'm not sure if I'm going to go in 6. I might just get off the lake, but tonight I'm going to come round in the early hours and fill the swim in, and I'll be back Monday morning. So got a big party going to, right, yeah, with little Rob and stuff, and Emma and my missus and that, and we're staying out in Norwich. So anyway, I've got to crack on, right, yeah. One last look. As you can imagine, I know it's all happening out here and I've got to go, but that's what you call work, right, yeah. So it's like going home to the family. You have to turn off from it. But there you go, looking out. Look, even the old gulls are about. Flying rats. It's looking really autumny now. Like each week it changes that little bit more now. What a lovely lake, eh? The wall pack, 5 and 6, the place to be. Right, I've started writing the book. That'll be to finish it as well. So I just had one of them gut feelings. I haven't been looking for them, what I mean, like they go through the gaps and stuff for a long time now, but I just went and had a look and I was in 10. So I'm now going to show you sort of watching fish at close quarters. You won't be able to see them, I doubt, but covering your face, etc. I love this part, the hunt, but it's just nice watching them. No actual beasts. I think the biggest one was the friendly linear, what I had on a dark side, stalked in the edge ages ago. So 3 of them were clayed up, but they're going from Lake 5 where I'm fishing into Lake 6, but one did go through, but I think it went back through again. But it's 10 different ones, several stockbrokers. So but 3 of them got clay, so that proves they've been feeding. They like the clay up after they fed. So I've got my face covered up now. I'm now going to go in, so I'll turn this on once I'm in. Right, this is the spot. I like to pick an area where I've got less silver water. What I mean by that, right, yeah, if you've got silver water, it's hard to see through it. So I pick an area where it goes black, which is in there. See that hanging bush right here in front of me? Right, I've got my face covered up, and I move this, and I just cover that round my face. And once I'm happy where I am, I don't move. I just keep watching, staring at the area. You can't beat this sort of like watching them, and watching the speed as well. They're flying around. They ain't slowed up yet. Anyway, there's been no signs apart from this today. And I'm back over the area where I put, was it 5 kilo yet last week, and I had that 37. That fish was all clayed up. Then I put about, what's it, 11 or 12 kilo in when I left. So I've had 3 days now. So I'm back on it. I did say to myself that I wouldn't be right until November, but it's only like Thursday. We're now Monday. Thursday's the 1st of November. So, but like even the missus says, "Ain't you been writing?" And I thought, "Well, no." But I've just been like setting like the certain chapters, just thinking about it in my head, all the things. I've even rung up some mates right yeah and spoke about it. I mean, the one I picked at the moment is the Welly chapter, and I can't wait to talk about Sean the Leg. You just don't forget, do you? These sort of stories, people are going to love it. Here we go, the phone's going, I've got to go. I've seen 17 now in less than half an hour. It's a nice, quite a long comment a minute ago. I don't think it was one of the big ones. Nah, it weren't one of them. It was definitely a £30 though. It's lovely seeing them like this. It's like really close and intimate. You can learn a lot as well, just by watching these fish, doing what they do, where they're going. Also as well, you can see what fish are hanging with what fish. So sometimes, you know, you might not see the said fish you're after, but you might clock his mate. And if you, over a period of time, you keep seeing them together, because certain fish do tend to hang together as well. You can sort of like pin these fish down. I think I just heard one jump down in the corner. I'm just going to go and have a look. Yeah, that was one, just rolled out, so I'm now going back to the gap to have a little look-see. So, see what happens here now. Definitely active. I reckon there'll be a bite. We've had that cold weekend, that coldest night, -2 and that. So that might be the last sort of knock they need to get going. Anyway, I'm going to carry on looking. You never know, I might see that slopehead. Right, just had my tea and just reflecting back on the afternoon events. I ended up seeing, what was it, 24 in the end. Okay, a few times I saw the same ones again, but it was, when you see them like really late on the year, especially like, what was it, the last few days of October, and it's been like really cold, like it was down to -2 a couple of nights ago, and seeing them right close in, buzzing around, not like slow and lethargic and clayed up, indicating that they've been doing their business out and about. The rods, well, I've made sure they were on the spots this morning. The right hand rod, what seems to do like most of the bites, especially the originals, that's 100%. I baited it up just on dark, so the flying rats, the seagulls didn't like get loads of bait. I just can't stand feeding them. The middle rod I put for a change closer to the island, the far bank, and the other one, the white one, is in that trough where I had pink tips ages ago, and I just keep moving it around. I've got a real like nutty soft drop on that one, so I was going to fish it a single, but in the end I spread about 30-40 baits around it. I've probably put about 2 to 2.5 kilo over 3 rods. They're used to seeing bait. It's what is it, less than a kilo. If I said 3 kilos for a rod, the 3 rods, it's only a kilo a rod, so it's just like a little snack for them. And seeing them going around like in shoals and that, and like, you know, you see a few and then you see another one, then you see a few, that's telling me like they are fairly close together, you know. So most of the bites, well, they are now, they're like night bites. I'm going to have a little bit of what I call nocturnal, like looking just round where into James's swim. He can't get down, car problems, but just going to check it out. I see one when I was filming in the gap, like show round there, and I see like little indications, a little bit of fizzing and stuff. But I might just go and like spend half an hour just having a little look around. And I've got the laptop in here, sort of, because I'm writing to finish the book, and I'm going to watch a film on one of the spare batteries. I'm probably going to do just 3 days, and I might go somewhere else for a night on the way home. I might even go down to one of my lakes, Swavesey Lake, near that 90 acre cam's pit. Anyway, we'll just see what happens, and then like what I can do is I've got what they call a CAN adapter, plug it in the fag lighter, right, yeah, and then I can like plug in the laptop, and it charges the battery up, so it's like sweet as a pea. So I'll get that done, get the rods out, and I can get another bit of writing done on a spare battery. I normally run that off of like leisure battery as well, but I left it home charging because it's going to be like next week's going to be like well and truly back on the writing. Anyway, I'm going to chill out now, and I'll let you know what happens in the morning.